Khazanah to revert to original vision of helping Bumiputra. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. Pakatan Harapan PH has agreed to choose a candidate from Parti Keadilan Rakyat or PKR for the Sungai Kandis by-election following the death of its assemblyman Mat Julai Shafi'i, who died last Monday. According to PH Chairman Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, the candidate will be chosen from a list of names submitted by PKR's Central Leadership for PH's Presidential Council for approval.
Seorang daripada wakil rakyat kita meninggal di Sungai Kandis. Dan kita akan buat persiapan termasuk tentukan bahawa calonnya akan datang calon Pakatan Harapan akan datang daripada Parti Keadilan.
Speaking after chairing the PH Presidential Council in Putrajaya today, Tun Dr. Mahathir added that PH will continue to use PKR's logo for the by-election even though the coalition is officially registered. Meanwhile, PKR's Secretary General Datuk Saifuddin Nasution said Selangor's PKR has been tasked to submit the list of suitable candidates for approval.
Hingga ini kami belum menerimanya. Sejurus menerima, pimpinan pusat akan memutamakan dan kemudiannya memaklumkan dan mendapat persetujuan dari Pakatan. Kemudian barulah proses pengumuman akan kami lakukan.
Mat Julai Shafi'i died last Monday from stage 4 cancer of the lymphoma, triggering the Selangor state by-election, the first to be held after the May 9th general elections. On another matter, Tun Dr. Mahathir said the still vacant post of a Deputy Defence Minister will be reserved for a Senator. He said the candidate will have to be appointed as a Senator first before being appointed as a Deputy Defence Minister.
Tetapi ini tak jadi masalah kepada Kabinet. Dalam Kabinet, apabila seseorang menteri tidak dapat hadir, dia boleh angkat seorang ahli Kabinet yang lain untuk mewakilinya. Dia tak boleh angkat seorang timbalan menteri. Yang jadi masalah hanyalah apabila kita ada persidangan Dewan, pada masa itu biasanya timbalan menteri yang berkenaan akan mewakili ataupun menjawab bagi pihak menteri.
When asked about the name of the candidate, Tun Dr. Mahathir said a final decision has not been made. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir has dismissed an allegation by the family member of former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak that the freezing of their bank accounts was an act of revenge. The Pakatan Harapan chairman said the allegation was an accusation and Najib's family could bring the matter to court if they were unhappy.
Itu nak balas dendam apa? Yang dia buat dulu semacam lebih daripada masa itu pun kita tak komplain. Semua kawan-kawan saya semua dihalau, tak bagi berkawan dengan saya. Pembekuan akaun mereka telah dilakukan. Tak ada komplain, kita tak komplain. Ini gunanya tuduhan. Apa nak tuduh? Dia boleh tuduhlah dia salah. Kalau dia kata ini salah, you can take it to the courts.
He was commenting on Datuk Sri Najib's daughter, Noriana Najwa's claims that her personal bank account was frozen after she posted bail for her father. Tun Dr. Mahathir has also announced that Khazanah Nasional Berhad will return to its original path, that is, to increase the Bumiputra share equity. He stressed that the country's sovereign wealth fund has deviated from its original objective of helping the Bumiputras. Instead, it held on to the shares forever in a move to generate profits.
It is quite obvious they are doing all kinds of funny things. They are buying houses, they are taking over companies. Khazanah was initially formed to buy up the shares allocated to the Bumiputra, because the Bumiputra, when they buy shares, they sell immediately to others. So to stop them from doing that, we created Khazanah. But now Khazanah seems to be taking up all shares, all on their own, whether meant for Bumiputras or not. So maybe they should go back to their original purpose.
Tun Dr. Mahathir was speaking on Khazanah, which was established in 1993 during his first tenure as Prime Minister to hold shares for the Bumiputra until the latter possessed the capacity to purchase those shares. Meanwhile, commenting on another matter, Tun Dr. Mahathir said he will raise several issues of importance with President Xi Jinping concerning the two countries during his upcoming visit to China next month.
Pada soalan yang nak tanya sila.
On another note, Malaysia will not deport Islamic preacher Dr. Zakir Naik so long as he does not cause any problems. Tun Dr. Mahathir said this in response to a question whether Zakir could be deported to India or be allowed to remain in Malaysia.
As long as he is not creating any problem, we will not deport him because he has been given permanent resident status.
Earlier, several new portals had reported that Zakir would be deported to India.
Seperti yang diumum oleh Tun, mewakili Pakatan Harapan nanti adalah calon dari Parti Keadilan.
The selection of High Court Judge Datuk Muhammad Sofyan Abdul Razak to preside over the trial of former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak, who was charged with criminal breach of trust and abuse of power, was done randomly. In a statement today, the Federal Court Chief Registrar's Office said from June 13th of 2017, the registration of criminal cases at the lower court and High Court in Kuala Lumpur had been done online through its e-filing portal. The statement added the registration process began when the prosecutors filed their cases in the e-filing system, which would then distributed it randomly to judges handling criminal cases. In reference to the prosecutor versus Datuk Sri Najib's case filed at the Kuala Lumpur High Court on July the 4th of 2018, the registration and distribution of the case was done randomly by the system to the High Court 3, whose judge was Datuk Muhammad Sofyan. It was reported earlier that the Malaysian Bar had called for Datuk Muhammad Sofyan to recuse himself from the trial as his elder brother, Datuk Sri Muhammad Sofi, has a position in UMNO and the Pahang state government. The Kuala Lumpur High Court today allowed an application by Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak to strike out a suit brought by former Kuala Lumpur CID chief Datuk Mat Zain Ibrahim, alleging that the then Prime Minister had altered the wordings of his oath of office in 2009. Now, Justice Datuk Muhammad Zaki Abdul Wahab made the decision in chambers in the presence of Datuk Sri Najib's counsel Nur Shafiqa Balkish Jafri and Mat Zain's counsel Adnan Ismail. Counsel Nur Shafiqa said the court allowed Datuk Sri Najib's application because the suit filed by Datuk Mat Zain had become academic and trivial, and it would result in a waste of the court's time. The court also ordered costs of 5,000 ringgit to be paid to the defendant. The former Premier had applied to strike out the suit on the grounds that Datuk Mat Zain did not have the locus standi to file the case. The former Kuala Lumpur CID chief had filed the suit on March the 23rd. He had claimed in his statement of claim that the oath of office and loyalty that Datuk Sri Najib took on April the 3rd of 2009 was not as stipulated in the Federal Constitution and that it had been altered. Police are urging members of the public with a missing family member to contact the nearest police station to identify the dismembered body parts found stuffed in 2 suitcases at the Sungai Gombak riverbank in Jalan Ipoh yesterday afternoon. Dang Wangi District Police Deputy Chief Superintendent Rudi Abdullah in a press conference said a landscape worker had spotted the suitcases by the riverbank and saw a leg sticking out from one of the bags. Upon inspection by the police, a torso was found in one bag while the legs, hands and head was found in another. The body parts were taken to the Kuala Lumpur hospital and police are waiting for the post-mortem results. Police have recorded statements from 2 homeless men and women in the area to assist them in their investigation. The case is now being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder. Labuan police have arrested two men, one of them a foreigner, for allegedly operating a get-rich-quick scheme, which has duped 650 victims of an estimated amount of 1.3 million ringgit over the past 4 months. Now, according to Labuan Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Farid Ahmad, one of the men, a 24-year-old local, was arrested at 6 p.m. yesterday, and the other, a 54-year-old Indonesian living in Labuan, was picked up on June the 25th.
Di mana modus operandi sindiket ini adalah memperdayakan seluruh penduduk yang berada di Labuan ini untuk melabur dengan company ini. So minimum pelaburan adalah sebanyak 1,800 dan maksimum pelaburan sebanyak 37,800.
The suspects are being remanded for 4 days from today, and the case is being investigated under Section 420 of the Penal Code. Meanwhile, in another development, Labuan police also smashed a house break-in syndicate that was active around Labuan. 4 local men and 1 woman aged between 30 and 37 were detained in connection with 8 house break-in cases, 3 of which have been solved. Digital currencies such as Bitcoin that have caused a financial frenzy have been caught up by Malaysian investors. Some also said that this may spell the end of real money. Here's more. Bitcoin, the first and the biggest cryptocurrency since it was introduced in the past 8 years, continued to make waves around the world. It can be used as a payment system for a few online transactions and even fewer real-world ones. Trading occurs through a blockchain, a shared public record of transactions to create and track a new type of digital token to complete the electronic investment. However, the blockchain exchange has not seen a positive growth, as it is not recognized or fully comprehended from regulators such as Bank Negara Malaysia.
At this stage, that's the main thing that needs to be in place to make sure that we have a legally compliance ecosystem in Malaysia for blockchain.
Met at the Malaysian Blockchain Regulatory Report and Forum, Nur Husna added that she remains positive on the blockchain development in Malaysia, although regulation has not been put in place. She is hoping that the regulators could work hand in hand with the blockchain community, especially the industry players, as it is a new technology with complexity. Employers are urged by the Social Security Organisation or SOCSO to protect their employees before the Ops Kesan 2018 commences on August the 1st. Its Chief Executive Officer Dato Dr. Muhammad Azman Aziz Muhammad said SOCSO is currently having an amnesty period for employers to come forward and register their employees before they are slapped with a compound of up to 10,000 ringgit or 2 years jail or both.
Majikan yang masih belum mendaftar dan mencarum pekerja mereka hadir secepat mungkin dalam bulan 7 ataupun dari Julai 1 Julai sehingga 31 Julai secara sukarela, dan mereka jika walaupun masih belum mendaftar dan mencarum, mereka tidak akan di-compound dan kita akan memberi kita panggil amnesty period for this period of 1 month.
Dato Dr. Muhammad Azman said a total of 6.8 million workers already covered by SOCSO. He added that under the provision of Section 5, Subsection 1 of Act 4, amended in 2016, all employers hiring a worker or more are obliged to register with SOCSO to provide social security protection, regardless of the salary paid to the employee. Over 36,500 visitors from over 60 countries are expected to descend on the International Architecture, Interior Design and Building Exhibition, or Architect 2018, at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, or KLCC, between July the 4th and July the 7th. Entering its 19th edition this year, the event that draws together leading industry players is the premier showcase for cutting-edge products from various countries, namely from Taiwan. Now, according to Taiwan's ambassador to Malaysia, James Chung, Architect is an influential platform to showcase significant designs and buildings, not only in Malaysia but also from around the region. For its part, Taiwan is showcasing intelligent products such as a digitally controlled mobile phone light, touch-screen water dispenser, increased efficiency and accuracy, body cameras for law enforcement personnel.
because all these products, they are like good innovations, and they are the winners in Taiwan. For the winners, that means you can guarantee the good quality, and on every field. Particularly, we have many advantages, as I mentioned a moment ago. ICT is the very, very particular one. You know, our ASUS or Asus, the good brand, we are the top 5 manufacturer in the world regarding the ICT products.
Over 1,200 exhibitors will be displaying their products from Taiwan, United States, Switzerland, Austria, South Korea and 12 other countries during the 4-day event. On to sports. Dato' Lee Chong Wei cruised into the quarterfinals of the Indonesia Open in Jakarta on Thursday after beating Anders Antonsen of Denmark in straight sets, 21-12, 21-15. Take a look. Dato' Lee Chong Wei looked to keep his chances of winning back-to-back World Tour titles alive as he faced Anders Antonsen of Denmark in the round of 16 of the Indonesia Open at the Istora Senayan Stadium on Thursday. The 6-time former champion moved to establish a 9-6 lead before winning the first game 21-12. Stonson battled hard in the second game and at one point led 15-14, but the veteran Chong Wei claimed the next 7 points in a row to wrap up a 2-love victory. The number 7 seed will face Kantapon Wangcharion of Thailand for a place in the semi-finals. If he were to progress, it would be an astonishing 36 successive Super Series World Tour semi-finals for the former world number 1. Malaysia defeated Fiji 1-0 in their friendly match on Thursday thanks to Shafiq Ahmad's 19th minute solitary goal. Harimau Malaya head coach Tan Cheng Ho fielded a mostly young starting lineup with 5 former Malaysia under-23 players starting the match and experienced goalkeeper Khairul Fahmi Chekmat returning to the starting lineup. Despite starting positively, it was the hosts who almost fell behind in the 10th minute when a poor tackle by Irfan Zakaria left Kavala Rawaka with only Fahmi to beat to the near post. Fortunately for Malaysia, the defender's attempt only hit the post. Malaysia, however, took the lead following a quick exchange of passes involving Zakwan Zainon in the 19th minute as he squared a low short cross to Shafiq, who did not miss from 5 yards out. At halftime, Cheng Ho made a few more changes but could not add to their first half goal, and the match ended in a 1-love win to the hosts, their second consecutive win this year. And that item concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Khazanah to revert to original vision of helping Bumiputras. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. I'm Adrian Seat. Stay tuned to TV2. Have a pleasant evening.